In the last video that we did with the exhaust on this Falcon, we ended up fitting up the X-Force headers, the high flow cat and mid pipe section, and we mated that up to the existing 2.5 inch exhaust that I put together for it a couple of years ago. So when I said I wasn't going to touch that exhaust on the XT, I kind of lied, because what are we doing in this video today? We're going to be modifying the exhaust on the XT, so let's get it. So why are we modifying the exhaust? Because this is why. So last weekend we went up to the beach. It's a relatively new beach for us, so don't know the roads out there. Turns out, even though my car is jacked up from factory, still didn't have enough clearance to clear some of these massive bumps in the road. So this is what happened. Clipped the front of a massive ass bump, and it must have hit it so hard that it's actually compressed the muffler backwards. And yeah, not ideal. So what we're going to do is fix this, and the reason why I need to fix this is because it's actually bent the exhaust to the point where it's making contact where it goes up and over the axle of the diff. So right now it's actually making contact with the subframe at the rear, so when the engine's running there's just a vibration through the car and it sounds horrible. So what we're going to do is, instead of trying to straighten this out, I'm actually going to cut the muffler out and I'm going to chuck one of these bad boys in there. No idea why I still have this, but I do. It's just a straight through bullet resonator, kind of straight through. It's a louvered core, which I don't like, and you can probably see in there the weird spiral core that it has. One side has these little openings, the other side doesn't. So with the XT already being fairly quiet, I don't care if it's a little bit louder than what it is right now. I'm happy with that. If it doesn't sound good, I'm just going to put the muffler back in and readjust the exhaust. But while I've got it out, I might as well just cut the bloody thing and give it a go anyway and see what it's like. Because yeah, I was kind of hoping it'd have a little bit more of a deep tone. Right now it's almost as quiet as stock. Well, not quite, but it idles pretty tame. So yeah, let's see how it goes. So in theory this should work out alright. What I'm planning to do, cut it here, chuck this in between. It is going to have to sit on a slight angle because this muffler is offset in, center out. So if I angle it that way, basically it does the same thing. Hopefully it should work out alright. I will have to reattach this hanger somehow. I might just bend it and just weld it up to the body of this, but it should work out alright. And for those that are wondering, this is actually M&H branded from STA Parts, which is just a cheapie. If you want something good quality, definitely go hit up Sticky Flanges. He's got the better ones with the perforated core, which are a lot more freer flowing. Probably won't cut out as much noise, but they're just better all round. But for a cheap replacement, can't go wrong with these, I guess. But yeah, definitely go hit up Sticky Flanges if you want a better option of these. Better yet, just go and check out Sticky Flanges on all the socials and his website. I'll throw everything down in the thing. But yeah, go check the bro's little business out. He's been helping me out with all my builds, so yeah, if you're after anything exhaust related, go see them or go hit them up. So let's go do some safety squints and grab the angle grinder. Nah, just joking. Safety first. So this is what this ghetto shit's gonna look like in a minute. Got a little bit of wiggle room there to line it up wherever I need to, so she be right. So because I've got the option of flipping this each way in terms of the resonator, I'm just going to go ahead and try it both ways and see what it actually sounds like. So bear with me. So I think it sounds better with the resonator in the wrong direction, so it's useless. Like, it's just allowing the gas to go straight past the little louvered pocket things. So I might just leave it as it is, weld it up, and we're good to go. Alright, so we've settled it. I'm going to weld it in the reverse position so the louvered pockets are facing rearward. So effectively they do absolutely nothing apart from obstruct flow. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Sounds better than it does with it in the other orientations, so we'll go with that. Cheers, big ears. Boop! I know you're not allowed to drink this. Hey. Hey. Boop. Boop. Boop the snoot. Okay, so got the resonator dummied up in place now. Hangers are all sort of sitting where they should be. And the actual reason why I'm doing this job is because after the exhaust got a little bit damaged, it was actually up in this area here. So that's the exhaust pipe there, and this is part of the subframe in the rear. That was actually making contact, so I've just shimmed up the exhaust a little bit to sort of hold it in the right position and tuck it up away from the subframe. Basically I'll just tack this in place and then pull it all out, weld it all up and chuck it back together again. That's welded up my hella dodgy gasless MIG welds, but you know, it is what it is, man. Work with what you got, should do the job. So just got to tack this up to the front part of the midsection of the exhaust, pull the whole midsection out again, weld that up finally. I want to try and brace this hanger a little bit better as well, because that's going to be taking a hell of a lot of the weight now. This little hanger was actually welded up to the muffler as well, so I'll see if I can bend it. Yeah, pick up a point on the resonator somewhere, weld it all together, and then should be all good. So this hoary dog is all welded up now. Give it a quick paint of black and chuck this bad boy back in because I'm sick of welding it on the ground. Getting too old for this. So exhaust is all done now, all bolted back up. Heaps of mating seal on the flanges because I don't have the right gaskets, but it's all good, we on. And right now, trying to move this around, there's actually no knocking anymore, so that's just beautiful. Heaps of clearance up in there, hard to see, but yeah, it was touching the subframe up in there earlier, so heaps of clearance now, this is good. Going to rev it in the driveway this time round because my neighbours are probably going to get ready to load up some rounds. So I will save them the hassle and I will go and do it in the local industrial area, as you do. Just by driving it, it's like marginally louder than what it was before, inside the cabin at least. It is louder outside definitely, but not overboard loud. I've made the executive decision to weld it in reverse, so effectively it's like a straight pipe with little interruptions in the gas flow because of the diluted core that it has. But yeah, I'm still retaining the same muffler in the rear, so we'll see how it sounds. It might not change much. I'm expecting it to be a little bit louder in the revs and whatnot, so yeah, let's go test it out. Alright, so am I happy with the exhaust sound right now? Not entirely. I think I've kind of ruined it a little bit because it sounds like an Altezza now. Not hating on Altezzas, but they sound horrible with the wrong exhaust, much like this XT does. So we will revisit this at some stage. Right now I don't really care too much for it, so I'll just leave it as it is. Yeah, we'll see how long I can put up with it. For the time being, it's a daily and I don't really thrash it or anything, so it's not up in the revs high enough to have that really raspy sort of noise, so it's tolerable for the time being. So yeah, for those that are wondering why I didn't just put straight pipe in there, I didn't actually have any straight pipe left around, otherwise I probably would have done that. This resonator's just been sitting on the shelf and it's a slip fit, so I was able to yeah, slip it in between the sections of where the muffler was before, and it just makes it easier to weld up as opposed to butt welding the pipes together, because I'm lazy. So maybe next time I might take that resonator out, I'll put a muffler instead in that position and maybe move the resonator to the rear section. In hindsight, I probably should have done a rev test when I actually dummied it up in the exhaust, because I only just started it up and let it idle, and I was happy with how it sounded at idle. As of right now, it sounds quite nice at idle. It's nice and deep, but once the revs get past 3,000 RPM, holy damn, it sounds horrible. So yeah, we'll address it at some stage, but for now we'll leave it as it is. So yeah, thanks again for watching, guys. Hopefully next time you see this XT on the channel, it'll have some different parts thrown at it, and potentially we might fix this exhaust for once. So yeah, until next time, chat.